Hello, 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 hello. So let me go on here and make sure I am live. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Pimmy Lats Live. I am. Okay, I'm here. I had to double check, make sure. Eyes on TV. Eyes on TV. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Welcome to Pammy Locks Live. No, what am I saying, Pammy Docs? Welcome to Locs Talk Live. I'm Pammy, your hostess. Um, so I want to go straight into it. Let me check over here. Hi, Susan. How are you? Hi, hi. So this is the final day of May, May 31st, 31 days. So don't forget to hit that like button as you enter in so that we can help push this content along because the likes does it for that. Um, so yeah, the likes aren't for clout for me, but to push the content along so the education can spread. Yes. I'm gonna turn this light down on the computer. It's a little bit too bright in my face. I have it in front of me. So, my name is Pamela, affectionately known to my lock and loose natural hair care family as Pammy. Hi. So, as you can see from what my t-shirt here says, it says Lock Y'all Summer. We're going to be talking about routines and stuff that we need to switch up to be ready for summer. So, I'm going to give you some tips and some, things that you should be doing with your hair so that your hair survives the heat of the summer. I have another comment in here. Who's there? I'm doing okay. Tired. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well, sis. I am. I've had a couple of off days every now and then, but for the most part, I am well. You know, what people don't understand is that oftentimes when we think about wellness and stuff, that means we got to be all happy and giddy all the time. And no, we don't. We don't. We don't. But when you're content, no matter what's going on in your life, that is what matters the most, right? Am I right? I'm right. High fives. So, getting into it. um, Again, as I said, my name to my Lot and Loose Natural family is Pammy. Um, and we're going to be talking about some hair stuff for the summer. But before we get to that, let me give a full introduction of myself. I am a loctician, a lockologist, and an organic loose natural hair care provider. Now, what does those things mean? Loctician speaks for itself. I start and maintain locks for my clients, for most of my clients, because not all of my clients are lock clients. I have a good handful of natural hair clients as well. Um, And generally, as a loctician, I don't just start and maintain the locks. I also educate my clients who have locks, as well as be a support system. Because what people don't understand is a lock journey is not only just for your hair, but it's also a mental journey as well. So I am a support system for those who need it. Because I've had some phone calls where panic set in and they didn't know what to do, and they knew that they can call me because I do make time. I make time for my clients. Now, different when you are potentially trying to come on board and expecting a lot of time to be given. No, the time that I was willing to give for free went into putting together and designing a website where you can take your sweet time getting to know everything you need to know about me and my business, how I conduct it, and all the good stuff. And answers all the questions, what I do and don't do, how much this costs and how much that don't cost, or whatever, and so on and so forth. And even once you are a client, it tells you when I'm available. There's no need to do that either. I make sure that my website acts as an assistant for me. But what I do as a support system is when you have a hair crisis and you need my help to help guide you through that. All on board for it. Okay. So moving along, lockologist is generally just the study of locks. I continue my education. I even re-enroll in some courses over a period of years when it's necessary to add to my licensing and things like that. So there's no issues. I'm right now taking a new course because some of the safety regulations has changed due to this most recent pandemic that came, right? Um, so there are still some protocols that we have to adhere to, and I want to make sure I stay up to par with that. We don't play with that. We're not playing with that. So it's not just about safety rules as far as sanitizing and stuff like that, but also legal stuff like information that can and cannot be shared, HIPAA laws and things like that. So you got to be very careful. And in order to do that, you have to stay educated. So lockologist is generally, I study all that I can about locks and loose natural hair. Okay, because my knowledge in loose natural hair is what really gives me the skill set as far as understanding hair and working together and understanding locks. Yeah. And finally, organic loose natural hair care specialist. It kind of speaks for itself also. I care for loose and natural hair in its state. I don't do anything to alter the state of your hair. That includes using high chemical treatment, high heat, and even when it comes to coloring, I don't use extreme measures to color your hair. So I don't bleach. Color rinses, henna, organic dyes, yes, but bleaching and stripping of the hair to achieve certain colors, I do not do because I don't want to risk the damages that are involved with that. So we're not doing that. Finally, before moving on, I humbly apologize. It's getting warmer months and everybody's home. So you might hear background noise as my family is moving around the house. Like you might hear cleaning of a bowl right now. My son is in the kitchen having something to eat. I am a mom first. So, I can ask my family to be as quiet as possible, but sometimes that's just not possible. As long as nobody's yelling and cussing other people out, playing games and stuff. We are good. So let's move into this conversation. Before I move on, I want to ask 2 questions for you to answer in the chat. To you, what is self-love? And the second question, to you, what is self-care? I know it sounds like I asked the same question, right? But self-love and self-care are 2 different things. We're going to come back to that. So think about it. Type it in the chat. Okay? So May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I dedicated this entire month to Locs Talk for mental health, right? Now, we got deep and a little dark. I took y'all a little deep in the rabbit hole, did I not? With last week being the darkest, talking about hair this month here, right? Now it's time to end the month walking back into the light. And I'm going to talk about wellness because we have to talk about the healthy side of mental health as well. And that's mental wellness. What do we do for mental wellness? Okay. As summer is quickly approaching, we will focus on routines of moisturizing your hair and the maintenance tips during this Locs Talk Live. So, right? So, what is this Locs Talk Live about? Let me get down to where it is. Okay, this Locs Talk Live is generally about, because I didn't put it in the banners, is self-care, right? Self-love, the ritual of self-love through self-care. I'll say it again, the ritual of self-love through self-care. That's what this Locs Talk Live is going to be about. And self-love and self-care are 2 things that are needed to maintain wellness in your mental health, right? So do we have any answers in the comments? on what you believe is self-love or self-care. Not yet. So for now, I'm going to share with you what my answer was because I was asked this question. So I know people are, oh, I did put it up here. There it is. There it is. Lock and hair care, a ritual of self love through self care. So we are talking about lock and hair care today, tonight, right? Okay. So someone asked me, what is self love to you? And I'm going to answer you by saying what I said when I answered that person who asked me. Self love to me is being okay saying no, enforcing my boundaries, right? Doing things I love for me, even if it means doing them by myself. Self love. What else? What else did I say is self love? Validating my feelings about things and not questioning it because someone tried to gaslight me into saying, oh, that was a little harsh, or you shouldn't feel that way, undermining how I'm feeling. Validating my own feelings and not looking outwardly for others to validate it. Self love. Meditating for peace of mind. Self love. Those are things that are self love. Now, I also do things like self care to show myself self love. Like taking good care of my crown. Waking up every morning, right? Showering, getting out of bed, making my bed, eating 3 square meals a day. Those are things that are self care. So self care goes into self love. And again, going back to self love, not participating in drama is self love. Not allowing someone to step over my boundaries to disturb my peace. Protecting my energy and protecting my peace. That's self love. Self care, all the other things, you know. So let's continue on down. So as summer approaches, it's quickly approaching, right? We will focus on routines and maintenance tips to protect your hair during the summer. Why? Because it's going to be hot. Yes, even with our beautiful melanated skin, we still need some protection. Now, remember, I went into this before in the past that too much of a good thing can still go bad, right? Like water, that's good for you. But if you drink too much of it, water can literally kill you, right? So sometimes it's hot and the sun is beaming, right? The UV rays can be especially harmful to your hair, right? Damaging human cells, your scalp, and the protein keratin that makes up the structure of your hair as well. So even though our melanin absorbs the sun, there is still radiation in UV rays, and we do have to have some protection. We may not need SPF 50 or SPF 75 because of our darker skin. However, we still need protection. SPF 15, SPF 30 in there. It depends on how light or dark you are, but you do need to protect your skin. But you also need to protect your hair. Yeah. And we're going to get into that. So let's move on down here. And now we're going to talk about ways to protect your locks and loose natural hair from the sun UV rays and the damages they can cause to your hair. Because the UV from the sun, as well as the heat in combination, can harm your hair a lot. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat because I am going to be doing a Q&A session at the end of this discussion. And I want to make sure we all are on the same page, okay? I'm going to mention some stuff that probably none of y'all ever heard of too when it comes to how you're going to protect your hair. You're going to be like, what? Are you kidding? No. So let's get into it. I have a list of things. I'm going to post it here. See this bar right here? They're going to be showing up in there. Now, the reason why I chose this color, the lime green, is the color for Mental Health Month. And because it's the last day, we're going to use that color there, green. It's not easy being green. Y'all remember that from Kermit the Frog? So, one, you're going to wear light scarves or summer hats to shade your hair and protect it from the sun. Now, generally, when I go out public places like today, I went out and I went to have lunch with my friend, Distractible Me. She celebrated her 50th birthday yesterday. And I treated her to lunch today, and we had a great lunch and a great conversation, and I really enjoyed myself. But when I go out in public, generally, I like to wrap my hair up. I don't wear my hair out or down a lot when I go out much these days. Sometimes I wear it out, a little bit of it, but for the most part, I wrap all my hair up. I protect my hair, I cover it. Now, there are lightweight scarves and stuff that you can wear to wrap your hair outside, but you don't have to wear a wrap on your hair. Calm down. But that's what I choose to do. I also choose to wear hats also. That helps to cover my hair. But again, it's not something you have to do. There's other things you can do. That's just one tip. Wrapping my hair, I'm also protecting my crown chakra, which is why I do that. Okay. Have a comment here. That's my son. Okay. So number 2, moisturize more often with a light leave-in conditioner, twice as much as you do now in the cooler months, right? I like to use refresher spray to keep my locks moisturized. Now, the refresher spray I really want to focus on using when it's hot is the aloe vera refresher spray. Why aloe vera? Because this will help. With heat comes bacteria as well. So what I like about the refresher spray is the aloe in it. It will help protect your hair from the heat, right? But then there's also witch hazel in it, which is a natural microbial agent that you can make sure that you protect your scalp with. And it helps with itching as well. So this is aloe vera refresher spray. It's by Made for Locs, as you can see on the bottle here, right? Okay. Oh, okay. And you see it's a light mist when the spray's out. You see that? So you're going to just generally spray it on your hair. Oh, I got myself in the glasses. Now, I put a lot because I have a lot of hair. But I do this twice a day when I put it on my hair. I also have a small travel size bottle that I pour this in that I keep in my bag that I wear when I go out. I messed it up, my glasses. And so with the aloe vera refresher spray, that helps keep moisture on my hair. And the aloe in it also helps to protect my hair from the heat. So let me just gotta mess my hair up. Right? But yes, Made for Locs aloe vera refresher spray. I also use aloe vera gel here because my scalp can get pretty dry And it comes in the bottle with a pump. So you see how it comes out? Very soft. 99.75% aloe. And they filter out all of the pulp. So you don't have to worry about having pulp and stuff stuck in your locks. And you can see how my hair kind of laid down more when the frizz. It laid down my frizz more when I put it on my hair and whatnot. Usually when you sealing in the moisture, this is a conditioning oil also by Made for Locs, right? And look, see how that sprayed on my hair? That's what I like about it. And you don't take a lot of it to spray throughout your hair. So this seals the moisture in. The good thing about sealing the moisture in with oil is because it takes longer for the moisture to evaporate and dry in your hair. And you see my hands are not all greasy and stuff from using the conditioning oil, right? But moisture is the big deal about making sure your hair is not damaged by the heat and the UV rays of the sun. Okay. Number 3. Now, this is one that I bet many people did not even know about. Invest in a small bottle of hair sunscreen, SPF 15 to 30, and use when you're going to be out in the sun for long periods of time. So like if you're going to spend the day at the beach or at the park for the cookout or hiking and things like that, and you know the sun is going to be beaming on you, you need to get sunscreen spray for your hair. Now there's a hair sunscreen spray. Don't go and get the copper tone stuff and spray it in your hair. No. There's an actual hairspray that is made for your hair with SPF in it that helps protect your hair from the sun. Now, when it comes down to products, I try to use products that are more vegan based and less invasive with harmful preservatives and things like that in it. So Coola, Coola, is a great brand. It's vegan and can be purchased on Amazon. Now, it's a small bottle, and SPF spray for hair is expensive. So that little bottle is like $28, but it'll last you because you don't need that much of it. You don't need to spray your hair like I just did with the aloe vera refresher spray. Okay, so that's the difference. Sunscreen for your hair. Sunscreen for your hair. See, I'm telling you, a lot of people did not know this existed. I do my research. But yes, there is a sunscreen spray for your hair to protect your hair from the UV radiation rays of the hot sun and keeps it from damaging your locks or your loose natural hair, because it's for either one. Okay, that's dope, right? So moving on to the next one. Next tip. You need to wash your hair more often during the summertime to keep productive, to keep product buildup from baking into your hair and making it more difficult to clean it out. Because if you got a bunch of product in your hair and you're out in the sun, baked on, yeah. So you don't want it to get so caked and baked into your hair that it's hard for you to clean it out. So make sure that you wash your hair more often during the summertime. Like during the summertime for me, I wash my hair at least once a week, maximum every 10 days. It depends on how often I'm outside. If I'm outside a lot, once a week. During the spring, twice a month. Wintertime, I can go like once a month because I don't go nowhere. I'm in the house. The hell I need to, I'm home. But springtime, twice a month. Summertime, once a week. Sometimes more often. It depends on if I went to the beach or the pool. Now we're going to get into that. Okay. And finally, after washing your hair, We're going to move into the last one. You're going to avoid using heating tools such as flat irons, curlers, hair dryers, etc. Loose natural people, you can practice doing a wash and go. We have all these great products on the market where you can do a wash and go, wash your hair, detangle it, and then you just moisturize it with a nice leave-in conditioner that can leave your hair moisturized for a few days. And all you need is a light mist to wake your hair up every morning. You don't have to keep re-moisturizing it every day. I will during the summertime because I ordered a new hair dummy head thing. So I'll be doing some demonstrations on how to properly do a wash and go moisturizing routine. And just wear your natural hair and curls out and, or braid it or twist it. But try to stay away from using high heat things like curling irons and flat irons and hair dryers. And when you're washing your hair, now this is for everybody, with locks especially, when you're washing your hair, make sure you are rinsing your hair properly. Rinse it out thoroughly. Remember, I said your locks are like little sponges. So water, squeeze, water, squeeze, water, squeeze until that water squeezes out clear. If it's still bubbles or anything mixed in with that, keep doing it until you make sure that water is running clean and clear. So you rinsed everything out of your hair, and then you need to wear your towel on your head for a good little bit, right? To absorb as much water as possible. Now, here's the problem oftentimes with locks. It's not just about time when it comes to air drying your hair in the house, especially during the summer months. And let me explain what I mean. When you are home during the summer months, it's hot. So what do we do when it's hot and we're home during the summer months? The air conditioner is on. So the humidity in the house is changed and it's cooler. So if the air is too cool, your hair is not going to really dry properly and it still want to stay damp. So let's say you wash your hair 9 o'clock in the morning and 9 o'clock at night, you're like, why is my hair still damp? And you didn't go outside of the house. You've been in the house most of the day. And maybe you just stepped outside and you wanted to wait until the sun wasn't beaming so high in the sky. And you realize your hair is still damp. You've been in a house that's air conditioned and the moisture in the air, because what happens when this air conditioner is on? Condensation and moisture is in the air, right? Your hair is not going to dry properly if that's happening. So that generally a lot of times when people think that the hair just is not drying, there's a lot of other reasons. It's not always because your hair is hella thick and it's just taking forever, or the hair porosity is so low that it's just retaining and holding on to water for too long and it's taking 3 days for your hair to dry. It does not take that long for your hair to dry. Okay, so keep all of those things in mind. Rick, I'm live. Please keep your noise down a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to move forward into tips when it comes to swimming. Because during the summertime, what do? We go swimming a lot, right? So we're going to talk about swimming. So I don't know about you, but as much as I can get there, I like to go to the beach. Everybody in my house don't really like to go to the beach. I don't get the opportunity to go that much, but now my kids are older, so it's like whatever. I'm going to the beach, and I'll go to the beach. I didn't get to go a lot in these last couple of years, of course, obvious reasons, pandemic, right? But I'm going to be going to the beach at least a few times this summer, and I don't do pools. I'm a germaphobe. I don't like pools for a lot of reasons. It don't mean that you shouldn't go. I'm not even going to go into the reasons why I don't. I will just say this. I'm a germaphobe, and I don't like going to pools, especially public pools. So no. Swimming is a major part of enjoying the summer months. So going to the beach and the pool is an absolute must for many. So let's talk about protecting your hair when you go to the beach and or the pool. Okay. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. So, ocean. We're going to talk about the ocean first. The ocean, right? The ocean's salt water, as we all know. pH is salt water. I'm sorry. The ocean is salt water, as we all know, right? The pH level for the ocean is 8. Did you know that? Yeah, high. That's high, right? That's above neutral. Neutral is 7.0. So 8 is just a little bit above neutral, right? Your hair is close to half of that, only at 4.5 to 5.5. Now, here's what people don't know. When the pH level of your hair is knocked off balance, that causes your hair to become very brittle and frail and dry. That's not good. So, care will be needed to keep your hair safe. I'm not saying don't go to the beach. Go to the beach and enjoy the damn beach. Do not go to the beach if you enjoy the beach. But I'm going to talk to you about how you can protect your hair when you go to the beach. Okay. Now here's something that's very interesting. Note, for starter locks, the ocean is your friend. Why you say that? Well, the salt of the ocean does help speed up the locking process. It does. And some of my day one clients can attest to that, right? Because the summertime, the top of the summer generally used to be the time that I would pick to start people's locks. So it was usually around May through sometime in July, starting locks. So then I'll be like, oh, go enjoy your summer, whatever. And then I see you back here in September, right? And when they come back in September, the hair will be locked. A lot. Because, oh yeah, I went to the beach and and I gave them the tips on how to take care of their hair during that time, so all of the hair didn't mat together. Because unless you want freeform locks, you have to be very careful. And we're going to get into what you need to do to make sure that your hair don't all bond together, because the salt water causes the hair to bond and stick together. I don't know if you've ever gone on vacation and you might have gotten your hair braided with human hair, or you got the weave in your hair so you could be on the beach with the beach waves and all of that. And just a little bit of salt water got in your hair. Or maybe you didn't get in the water at all, but the ocean air hit your hair and your hair starts to feel sticky, right? That stickiness is coming from the ocean water, the salt. And that's how your hair acts. I have a comment here. I go on my cruises in the summer and I never give my hair a thought. I gotta do better. You gotta do better. Do better. No, I'm just playing. So yeah, this part for you, Susan, because even though you're going on the cruises, these tips that I'm giving, your hair will be fine. Trust me. Trust. The trust, we have it, right? Okay. Let's move on. So let's go into the tips. So after a day at the beach, you want to wash the sea out of your hair as soon as possible. Okay? In the meantime, if you can't wash it for a while, be sure to moisturize it with a refresher spray until you can wash it. So if you're going to the beach, you better make sure you got a bottle in your bag. Get out that water. That helps with the moisture, but it also helps, again, protect your hair from the heat. And that stickiness where your hair is emulsifying and it's starting to stick together, it'll keep that from happening. But you need to wash that ocean out of your hair as soon as possible. Not only that, because the ocean is at 8.0 pH level and your hair is only 4.5 to 5.5, that's knocking your balance way off. And the acidic level is just too high. And it can cause your hair to become really dry and brittle and start to break. So we want to make sure we keep that moisture up. That's why it's important to keep the moisture level up, because the summer months, people spend more time outdoors, at the beach, at the pool, on cruises, on vacation. So you want to make sure that you are taking care of your hair. And that don't mean you have to have the cute hair and never get in the water. No, enjoy yourself, indulge. But make sure after you take care of your hair, okay? When I go on vacation, I don't be doing nothing crazy with my locks. This is my locks, just like this. I may give myself a fresh retwist, but that's it. The rest, this is it. This is what you get. I'm used to this, you know? So we're going to move forward and we talk about pool, like the pool. The most you ever see me at the pool is poolside or sitting on the edge with my feet in the pool. I don't like getting in the pool. Now, I've gone into certain pools. Like when I used to go visit my brother in Virginia, he's in the military. So sometimes I would get to go with him on the base because life on the base is the same as life outside of here, but it's only for the people that live on the base. And so they regulated how they navigate. So it's not just any and everybody getting up in the pool, you know. When they say take a shower before they get in the pool, they don't mean wet your body. You had to take a shower with soap and water before you got in the pool. So that was one of the pools that I was okay with getting in, you know. We have a comment. Imani Johnson, hello, Queen. I'm finally able to join you live. And light and love always, Imani. Thank you for joining. Hi. I'm so happy to see you. So, what was the last one? Pool. Okay. So, the pool. We're going to talk about pool. The pool is another big swimming option for summer months. Yes. Okay, and do please follow the protocol. If they tell you to shower, it don't mean to just run a little water on you. You know, let them see you put a little suds. But the chlorine is the problem child that we need to talk about, right? It's not the germs and the dirt. It's the chlorine in this conversation that we need to talk about. That's why I said I didn't want to get into why I don't do pools, but I gave you a little bit why. So chlorine. What can chlorine do? Let me see what this is. I immediately wash my hair as directed. Vacation is easy now. Thank you. See, I love when my people listen. Look how y'all hair, Sister Robin, because y'all know I ain't just talking to just be talking. The health of your hair is my number one priority. Trust and believe that. Okay, that's why I am an organic natural hair care specialist. Because the health of your hair is number one. So let's look at what chlorine can do. Now, it's going to sound a little scary. Now, don't be discouraged. You still go swimming and all that good stuff. As long as you follow the protocols after you have gone in the pool, you will be fine. But let's talk about what chlorine does to your hair, okay? So chlorine can strip your hair of natural oils and make your hair highly porous. Now, what does that mean? In other words, it changes the porosity of your hair, right? It can also change your hair color. And I'm not talking about if your hair is dyed. Don't be like, oh, I didn't color my hair. My hair's virgin. It don't matter. It will still lift and make your natural hair color fade as well. Okay? I've had people with darker hair that wanted their hair dyed a certain color. But because their hair, the pigment is so dark, it only lifted to a certain level. And then they go out in the sun or go swimming, and all of a sudden their hair is much brighter. It's because it faded. Okay? And it also causes the hair to become dry and brittle and start breaking, which leads to split ends. That's what chlorine does to your hair. And it does it quite quickly. So, what are we going to do when we get out the pool? But let's talk a little bit more about pool water. Pool water, the pH levels for pool water is also higher than neutral and higher than your hair. The pool water pH level is 7.6 to 7.8, depends on the pool and where you at. That's why they always have a pool man come with a thing to test the pH levels of the water. If it's too low, everybody got to get out the pool until they regulate that pH level. If there ever time when you're at the pool and all of a sudden everybody's calling everybody out the pool, is because the pool man checked it and the pH levels was off and they had to fix that. Because anything below that, now you just are swimming in the cesspool of bacteria. So the pool pH has to be 7.6 or higher to keep bacteria from growing in the water. Okay? If it's too low, get the hell out the pool. And you can always check the pH level of a pool yourself. You can just buy the little pH sticks and dip it in the pool. And it'll tell you what the pH level is before you even get in the pool. I used to do that all the time. Because if it was off, I wasn't sticking my feet in it either. So, so after swimming in the swimming pool, washing your hair ASAP is recommended. Now, I have never been to a pool, public or private, otherwise, that did not have showers. Take advantage of those showers. You don't even have to do a thorough wash like you do when you're at home. One good wash just to kind of, and then after, spray. Aloe vera. Okay, because it is protecting your hair against the heat, the aloe, and the witch hazel microbial agent. Right. Okay. So take advantage of the showers and wash your hair. Doing once will suffice until you get home, and then you can wash your hair properly. Let's go to the comments. Imani says, noted, I had no idea. Yes, yeah, there. Okay, I'm getting some travel with free. Oh, yeah. And some people, some of the people that we go on vacation, and it's not the people that we personally go on vacation with, but like other people, their hygiene is just not good, and that's why I'm careful about what pools I get. Like on a cruise ship, I probably will never get in the pool. No, I probably will never get in the pool. I'm like, I might wear my swimsuit to sunbathe, or when we dock and go to the port, I'll find a beach where we are, but that's one thing I just can't bring myself to do. Maybe dip my feet in, but baby, no. Okay, I just can't. That's just me. So you can also opt to wear, there's a swim head wrap. I think what's that, YGN, that company that sell all the head wraps and stuff. They also have a swim head wrap, and it looks like a turban. It's really cute. You might want to opt for that. When you go swimming, cover your hair, keep it dry. And especially if you like, no, it's too much. I ain't trying to be washing my hair at the damn pool. I just want to go to the pool and go home. That's fine. But if you ain't going straight home, just remember you driving around the rest of the day with chlorine in your hair and God knows what else. Take advantage. I put this in my bag anytime I go somewhere swimming. This is my shampoo bar. This one is a seaweed repair bar. I take it with me when I go on vacation. Not everybody likes the shampoo bar, but I do. This is something I like to use on my hair. So it ain't for everybody, but it's for me. It's for me. Right? What else? You can refresh your hair to moisturize it until you reach home and wash it immediately once you get home. So keep a towel size bottle. The little travel size bottle. And you can go to the Dollar General or wherever and buy them little small tiny travels, because they have the little travel size pouches of stuff, and just open that, because the top does screw off. You take it off and pour some in a little travel size bottle and throw it in your bag. Right? But do not forget the SPF hairspray. That SPF hairspray by Coola, Coola. And like I said, you'll find it on Amazon. I'll put the link down in the descriptions when I finish editing out everything with this conversation. Everything that I'm talking about, including Made for Locs website, the link and everything where you can get all of these items is going to be down in the description. Okay? Question. Great idea. Excellent. Yeah, it's a great idea, Imani, because a lot of people don't think that they can carry like certain things around with them in their bags, but there's certain things during the summer months I carry in my bag. It's very necessary. refresher spray for my hair when I start be outside, and I've been outside for a while. Like last year, I went to a cookout and my hair started feeling dry. I took the little bottle and I was like, and this lady with locks, she walked by. She's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm moisturizing my hair. It's hot out here. My hair got all dry and stuff." And she was like, "Can I see that?" And I let her see it. She was like, "Oh, that smells good." And I told her where I got it from. Gave her the link because I do always refer people. I love referring people, especially when it's something that's good for you. Here you go. Because again, the health of your hair is important to me, right? So, well, what I have up here, pool water. So yeah, it's very important to make sure that you clean, wash your hair, get it out as soon as possible. If you're out all day, that's why I said carry that refresher spray in your bag until you can get home. But when you get home, I know you're gonna be tired, but you need to wash that stuff out your hair. You really do. If you want to do an express dry, you can easily just set your dryer to low and just, it don't have to be hot, hot, hot. Okay. Back to the comments. Imani, she says, "Thank you, Queen. You're most welcome, Queen. I got you, girl." Good question, Susan. Are these affiliate links? Now, the links that I did post for Made for Locs is an affiliate link. However, I'm still building up to be able to be an affiliate for Amazon. I ain't get there yet. It takes some time. So I need to get paid for the clicks. I'm trying. I'm working my way up to becoming an affiliate for Amazon, but there's some protocols that you got to follow before you get there. But I still don't mind sharing where people can get these stuff. But for Made for Locs, yes, that's an affiliate link. That is an affiliate link that I post for that. And see this shirt that I have on, Loc Yal Summer, that is also available on the website for Made for Locs. So that is already in the description now. I put it in there already. So yeah, yes, girl. I'm making sure I get a little credit for the clicks. So now we open for Q&A. Questions. Ask me all the questions. Now I know a few of y'all do go on vacation. I know Imani, she go on vacation a lot. I'm finna be like her. I want to be like her when I grow up. She travels. I love that she travels as much as she does. That's what I'm striving for. I want to travel. I want to travel the world. And not that often because I still have to be around. I take care of my peoples. But the good thing about it is the education that I provide y'all, even when I do travel on vacation, I'm not so worried about y'all because you have information that you need to take care of your hair until I get back. So Imani says, "I appreciate that you share so much wonderful tips for hair and personal care. Enlightened love always." Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in, finally being able to come in and join us today. We have some of the best conversations. I love you. I love you, girl. So if there are any other questions you might want to have the answer to about being at the beach. Now, another person asked me about a week and a half ago about the sand at the beach. Is that harmful to the hair? Yes and no. The sand on the beach has salt in it, and the salt will cause dryness to your scalp. So your scalp will start itching and stuff. So, and then the salt can absorb the moisture from your hair also. Salt draws out moisture. So that's the yes part of it. No, I'm going to take the no off the table. Yes, sand is a problem, especially with locks. It's hard to get it. So be careful. Just laying your locks down in the sand when you're on the beach. You should and things like that. Especially if your hair is soaking wet and you just got out of the ocean. Don't lay your locks down in the sand. It's going to be really hard to get it out your hair when it's time to wash your hair, because the same way products and stuff can burrow down in between the little crevices of your locks. Sand can do the same thing. And if that happens, then that can also weigh down your locks and make them feel heavy. So generally when I go to the beach, I like to wrap my hair up in the big bun on top of my head. If it happens to get a little wet, that's fine. But I don't just let my hair hang long and out when I'm at the beach, because I don't want too much going on. Sand to get all over my body, and then if it's on my body and my hair is hanging and swaying and swinging on my back, it's going to pick up the sand. I don't want the sand. Get out of here. I don't know sand. So, let me go here. Another comment. All right. I need light head coverings like the blue one you gave me. Hats can fit over my locks. Yeah, hats can't fit over. It's hard to find hats that can fit over locks. I wish there was somebody that had a hat line where, and no, I'm not making no hats, so don't suggest it. That's just too much. I'm not a business person like that. I'm business. I'm more of a educator and a nurturer. I don't like to feel the pressure of having to produce a bunch of stuff, But the idea is out there, because we can all get this. We can create, hats to fit over locks, then we good. So yeah, find a good breathable cover that is also comfy. Yeah. Now there are some things that I'm looking to get into that's going to have something to do with head wraps and stuff like that, but that's in the future, not right at this moment. But yeah, I'll do some research because I've been looking for stuff too. But light head wraps, I would say Y&G, they make really good stuff. It's just a little bit expensive is the issue that I probably would say that could be an issue for some. It's not too expensive for me. I'll buy it because I do want to buy one of the swim turbines that they make, because I'm going on a cruise later this year and I want to make sure that I cover my hair if I do go to the beach or the pool, because I don't want my hair getting sand and stuff in it. But if there are no other questions, ask any more questions. I would be more than happy to answer them. But I will go into final thoughts, life lessons. Self-care is a ritual of self-love. Why did I choose this particular topic? I chose this topic for today, as I mentioned earlier. NAMI, NAMI. Is organization, National Alliance for Mental Illness, right? They are raising funds to be able to provide services for people that are having struggles with mental health issues and conditions. I don't like to use word issues. That's just so cliche. Mental health conditions. And what people need to understand about mental health is the wellness side of mental health also. Like, you've seen me, if you're in here and you follow my other social media platforms such as Facebook or Instagram, sometime I will make a PSA announcement and post going off the grid, taking a mental health day. Now, when I say going off the grid, taking a mental health day, it does not mean I'm going through it or something happened to me. It just means I'm taking today for me just to take the day off. So I'm not answering any hair questions. I don't feel like talking. I'm an introvert, so I don't really like having pointless conversations. I hate, and I know that's a strong word, but I'm telling the truth. I really hate small talk. Like if you reach out to me and you need to ask me something and you start with all of these, how you doing? How's the family? Is everything good, everybody? Could you please just get to the damn question? Oh, I just wanted to ask you if like working the way up to a question. Don't do that. That annoys the hell out of me. Like if you have a question for me, just ask the question so I can get back to whatever I was doing. A lot of the times when I take a mental health day, I'm generally not doing much of anything. I may be reading, watching television. I might go out for a walk. I'm usually doing something that is generally just for me. Sometimes I'll do it with company, but a lot of times I like my time with myself. That is one of my forms of self love. I like doing stuff on my own, and I've learned how to do things by myself. Like I've made in the past, I've made plans before. Like even when I lost weight a few years back, I lost a good amount of weight. Of course, since then gained it all back, but good amount of weight. And I lost it by walking. So I've recently gotten back into walking. Another thing of self love. I'm taking care of myself, my physical health. Um, and with that, with the walking and stuff like that, that helps. But when I make this announcement and I say I'm taking a mental health day, I'm not going through it. You don't need to reach out and be like, sis, you good? You all right? I am fine. I am doing that to give you the courtesy of making sure you understand it's not you, it's me. I'm taking a little me time. So don't get offended if I don't answer you when you text me or call me. That's why I'm giving the courtesy of letting you know today's about me. I don't feel like hearing nobody else stuff. And that's okay. That's what self-love is validating your time, your space, your solitude, doing for you without having to feel guilty about not being there for other people. Right? Maintaining your peace, protecting your energy, protecting your peace. So when I take a day and I say I'm going off the grid, even if you see me still maybe reading a post or two and hitting like, I can do that. My prerogative. So don't be saying, oh, I thought you was taking a day. Get off of Facebook. If I want to be on Facebook, I can be on damn Facebook. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm reading a post. I liked it. And I'm minding my business. Right? So just because I happen to be doing that does not mean that I'm going against what I said I was going to do. I'm just having a little me time. And if every now and then I want to go in there and read somebody's stuff, oh, that's cool. That's fine. That's me. That's what I'm doing. What did she say? Imani said queens always need to down a crowd. Yes. The term sound like an awesome idea. Please share the information. I'm going to definitely, as I get that information, I will definitely share it. Because everything I come out, radical self-love and care. Absolutely. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is real life. Claim your peace. Absolutely. Let me put this up. That right there. I'm about to quote you on that, Imani. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is real life. Claim your peace. That's what I'm talking about. That if that's not self-love right there, is understanding and enforcing your boundaries. That is self-love. Saying no. No is a complete sentence. I don't owe you no damn explanation. If you ask me for something, no, sorry. Oh, can I ask you why? You can, but you're not going to get an answer because I gave you a full sentence. No, you don't need to know why. Now I'll share why if I feel like it, but no. I love that I can take these days too. I love that I can take these days. This is one of the added things that I like about being self-employed. Speaking of self-employed, I am self-employed. I'm not an entrepreneur because I'm not a business mind. I don't have a team running my business for me. If I don't work, I don't get paid. I'm self-employed. An entrepreneur builds a business. They can go away and take 6 months to eat, love, and pray and come back and they still made money because their team is continuing to work. That's what an entrepreneur does. I am self-employed. So when I do take time off, it's very short periods of time and it's enough time for me to take the me time that I need. This is also why educating you is a part of my work because I don't have to feel guilt about stepping away because I know you'll be all right while I'm gone. Right? I know I ain't making money because I'm not doing nobody's hair, but that's the whole point of when you are employed of saving your money and things like that for vacations, rainy days, and all of that stuff. So yes, the difference is there is a difference between self-employed and entrepreneur. I'm not a business builder. I'm not trying to have no team. I'm not trying to have no franchise of a whole bunch of salons. I'm not trying to build for that. That's not what I'm aiming for. I am an independent loctician and natural hair care specialist. And I love my independence. I love my solitude. Why? I'm a big ass introvert. That's why I love being able to control the space that we work in together. Namaste. Imani, she said it. She hit the nail on the head. You all know when you sit in this chair and it's just you and me one-on-one, that it doesn't beat being in the public location. You know, that one-on-one time where the space and the energy is a peaceful and controlled environment. That's wonderful. It's a safe space to have open and honest conversation. That's wonderful. All those things are matters of self-love. And I try to express and give that to you when I'm caring for you and your hair. So this is why I wanted to end this month on a health note of wellness with peace and tranquility and bringing your energy to a balance. Authentic happiness is not about being all the time. It's about being content with your life as you navigate through it. So we have come to the end of the hour. And I was afraid if I was not going to get through the whole hour because I said I was going to make sure I dedicated an hour at the very least an hour. And I did. And I'm happy that I was able to give that to you. Imani says, loving that you're speaking love over yourself. Yes, we have to do that. We have to do that. The affirmations for myself is something that is important. You know, I like giving affirmations too, but from the gift that I have, I've received verbal affirmations from some individuals in the past, but their energy didn't match what was being said. So you have to be mindful to make sure that you are in tune with the energetic exchange sometimes when it comes to how someone is interacting. When it feels like they are overly indulging or expressing, sometimes that can become from a place of falseness. So be very careful about who is giving you those affirmations because words do cast spells. I am so grateful to have finally made it. Light and love always. This is the energy that my Locs Talk Lives is every week. Imani, so you are welcome to come back. I'll send you a reminder every week to make sure. Okay, so Next week, Wednesday, we will be back. And we're going to get on to talking about more summer stuff and things like that. Things you can do with your hair, especially if you have longer locks, ways that you can style your hair so you feel cooler and stuff like that. And without, extreme manipulation to your hair. You ain't got to do nothing crazy. You ain't got to do crazy stuff to your hair, but sometimes it just gets hot. Like my hair, it's time to get this lock bob up in my hair. Okay. So I'm going to say goodnight here on YouTube, and I will be transitioning over to Locs Talk Live after chat on Instagram. Thank you for joining me tonight for Locs Talk Live, and I hope that the tips that I shared with you tonight are helpful for you to use when you go on vacation. I am going to pre-record another video with all of this information compacted into one like shorter, maybe 10 to 20-minute video, so people will have that to look at when they're preparing themselves for vacations and know that they can pack accordingly so they don't come back and their hair's all fried and frail and crazy, and then they're calling me panicking. Oh my God, Pammy, what did I do to my hair? But it's always fixable, right? So with that being said, remember Lock Gal Summer t-shirt right here. You will find it on Made for Locs. Just hit that link that's in the description below. And make sure you have enough aloe vera refresher spray in your stash for the summer. The aloe will help protect your hair against the sun. Invest in a bottle of SPF for days when you're going to be out for long periods of time in the sun. You do not need to spray your hair with that every day. It's just something that you need to put on your hair like when you know you're going to be on the beach all day, out in the sun all day. Then you make sure you spritz your hair with that to protect your hair. And then you still have to, the same way when you have sunblock on, every 4-5 hours or so, you have to retouch it. It's the same thing with the SPF spray. So just make sure when you're out all day, use it. Discernment, yes. Good night, Queen Imani. Always helpful with the tips. Thank you, Pammy. You're most welcome. Love you all. Thank you for joining me tonight. And I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Go on Instagram if you want to come on over there, okay? Bye.